I'm pretty sure at some point in our lives we've all ridden the bus, whether it be to go to school, to go to a concert, or to head to your girlfriend's house and find out that she's been making love to some guy named Ryan. And instead of walking home on a boulevard of broken dreams, you take the bus and contemplate what went wrong while missing your stop 7 times. Wow, that escalated quickly. Yello, my friends, and today I'm going to be talking about bus ride stories because I got literally nothing else to talk about. Despite my massive catalog of things that I could talk about, yet I decided to choose bus ride stories because I thought it would be funny. Sue me. Ow. I think the majority of us can agree that bus drivers are essential workers because of the millions of people who have to use them each and every day to get to their location. I said that correctly, right? I'm telling you right now, without bus drivers, we'd probably be calling Uber. We already know how pricey that option is. I don't think we give bus drivers enough credit as they should, and that's why whenever I get on the bus, I try to at least say hello, and whenever I get off, I always say thank you, because I'm pretty sure that's human decency at best. Also, Fortnite told me to always thank the bus driver. So Ethan, I hear you asking, what kind of wild stories do you have about riding the bus? Clearly you must have something extremely unique and interesting if you're willing to tell us a story solely about bus rides. And to answer that, kinda. Story time. Second grade, I believe. I got on the wrong bus and went to my friend's house and scared my dad to death. Allow me to elaborate. There are 2 buses, the red bus and the brown bus. My friend at the time took the brown bus while I took the red bus. My parents spoke with my friend's parents and said that it was okay if I got on the brown bus with my friend so I can stay over there and hang out. Then in the evening, they would pick me up. Tomorrow. Do it tomorrow, not today. So I got on the brown bus a day early. My friend's mother was like, Ethan, what are you doing here? And I was like, I thought it was today that we were doing it. So that was a fun day for my dad. Luckily, I was picked up safely and everything was alright. I also figured out that I liked spinach that day. My friend ate a lot of spinach as a kid. I don't know if that's an important point to make or not. So that's my iconic bus ride story that's implemented into my head for all eternity. But with that story out of the way, let's talk about how I had to take the transit to high school. Oh boy, do we love the public transit. Now, I didn't actually go to the school initially, like it wasn't my assigned school, so I wasn't given a bus. I would have gone to my regular assigned school, but due to my gymnastics, I got a special exception. And to be completely honest, I'm kinda glad I went to this school and not my assigned one because... Now, I've taken the transit before, but I've always done it with friends. I've just really never done it alone. So when I did the first time, I felt like a complete fish out of water. Now, this is where my extroversion kind of pops in. There was a random lady on the bus, and I just kind of went up to her and I was like, help me please, I do not know the way, help me please, help me! Now, luckily the lady was super kind and was able to help me get off so that way I wouldn't have gotten lost in the city, which, now that I think about it, would probably make for a much more interesting story. But nonetheless, I got off safely and that's how I got more comfortable with bus rides. Turns out socialization, oh that is a mouthful. Turns out I'm not even gonna keep trying, can have some net benefits if you are blessed with incredible social skills. Like me. I should probably also mention that I had one of the best public bus drivers ever. So, during my last year of high school, I would see him every morning, and I tried my best to remember him. One day, I forget my wallet, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to go back home, I can't pay my fee. And the guy is like, don't bother. So I'm like, oh, sick. Then the next day, I had it, but I was struggling to pull it out of my pocket. Winter months suck. As I'm pulling out my wallet out of my pocket, he's like, don't bother. Okay. Then on the 3rd time, I ask him, hey, is this going to be a normal thing where I just get free rides? And he's like, yeah. Okay. Now, at first, I thought it was because I was a young kid, but then I remembered I wasn't the only high schooler that rode the bus. So eventually I asked him, near like the end of the semester, hey bro, why did you give me those free rides? And if I remember correctly, he said that I just simply made his day and that I was a good person. And I was like, wow. That's really generous of you. And it really reminded me of the concept that karma works both ways. I was a nice person to this guy, and I genuinely made his day better, so he didn't mind going the extra mile to give me free rides. And I'll be honest, I'm really thankful he did, because I saved a lot of money doing so. I think this goes to I think this goes to show that some bus drivers will go the extra mile for you if you treat them with the respect they deserve. I guess this video isn't just a PSA to respect your bus drivers, but it's also a thank you to all those bus drivers who get us to where we need to be. If robots ever take over the world and put bus drivers out of commission, the one thing I'll miss is the heart and sincerity of the bus drivers that play. Honestly, taking the bus alone is still a weird feeling to me, but the way I see it, it's kind of like a feeling of maturity and venturing far into the unknown. And it's been a really wild feeling for someone like me who loves having people around and taking the bus, so if I do get lost, I at least have a companion. I actually carry a plush axolotl on me at all times now, and it's something that I did learn when I was in college, because I just felt so lonely like walking alone, and as a person who talks to himself a lot, it's nice to just have like some, like you know, like the little rock thing, or like the little, I can't remember what his name is, from like those Survivor shows, and the guy's like crazy and whatnot. Yeah, that's basically like my axolotl. Like, her name is Stacy, and I carry her wherever I go because I just like that company. You know, it makes me feel somewhat sane, and I don't feel so alone whenever I go traveling. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get more comfortable at traveling alone, or maybe I won't. Nobody really knows at this point. So that was quite a bussin' story. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. I got more wild stories to tell you, so if you want to hear more, hit that subscribble and like the video. While you're at it, share it with your friends. And with that said and done, thank your bus drivers, stay safe, stay wholesome, and don't forget to always be creative. Wait, oh crap, that's my stop!